I was working in multinational company. I was doing well and everything was fine. Then slowly, I was not able to balance my personal life, my professional life because of work pressure. And I was almost on the verge of getting into depression. That's where I found yoga. So yoga really brought that peace, that feeling of grounded, that energy back to me.
You are watching YanaTV, where we have heart-to-heart conversations with change makers of Asia. And my name is Yana Fry. Today our guest is Archana Amlapure, and we're going to be talking about what happens when you transition from a corporate world into the wellness and what your heart desires, and how can you build your entire life about it, publish a book, become recognized, and find truly happiness and fulfillment. I know you for so many years. However, I did not know you during your corporate career or your business before you actually went into the wellness industry. So do you want to tell us a little bit what happened in the life before?
Yes, about 10-12 years ago, I used to work in corporates, and I was working in multinational company, SAP. I was doing well and everything was fine in the beginning when you are new into corporates, right? And then slowly, I think after my first baby was born, I was not able to balance my personal life, my professional life because of work pressure. You know, we had like irregular time zones, office politics, a lot of other things, my own ambition to do better and more. And I was really not able to balance my personal and professional life, and it really led into stress, anxiety, and I was almost on the verge of getting into depression, and it really affected my health, my relationship, my sleep. And yeah, I think that's where I found yoga. That's where I explored, because I wanted to ground myself. I wanted to find something where I can be close to myself, because I was too scattered everywhere. So yoga really brought that peace, that feeling of grounded, that energy back to me.
You said the first child. How many do you have?
I have two.
Okay. And how old are they right now?
My first one is 17, second is 12.
And so that was quite a few years of you actually struggling, right? Because you said about 10 years ago, so when the first baby was for the first 7 years, right? And you were still trying to make it work with the career you had before. But it's interesting that actually the fact that you were not fulfilled because of the motherhood and trying to balance and to juggle their ambition with the corporate world, you decided to to venture into your own. How was that journey? I'm just curious.
It did not happen overnight, because I went into yoga, I tried, I kept going back. Yoga, meditation, it really used to help me feeling grounded, feeling good about myself, and my energy was back, and I was able to do a lot of things in my life. And everybody around me, my colleagues, my friends, used to tell me that you're looking more happier now. And year went by, and I had more curiosity to learn more about yoga, and that's when I did teacher's training. Again, even that time, I never thought that I want to leave my corporate career, but I was feeling more happier. And one day I was just like sitting in meditation, and something clicked in my mind saying that, yoga helped you. Why not you help others? A lot of people are going through, because I was looking around me, my colleagues, they were also struggling. So I thought, let me make this transition, make how it helped me so I can help others as well. So that's when the thought came. Again, it did not happen overnight. So slowly I had to move to Singapore. Then again, I worked here for 2 years, and then I thought, this is the time now. I need to leave, and I need to do something to help more and more people.
How did your children embrace all of that?
They are happy. Mm-hmm. I mean, they see me like a different mom, because I'm No, I'm not only a yoga teacher now, I'm also a business owner, so it's always on the go.
You're
right?
an author, you're a speaker now, right? So you're many more things.
Yeah, and especially my daughter, she's not very expressive, but she was telling, I was telling her today that
You're going for the interview.
And she's like, Mama, are you kind of famous now? So I said, yeah, maybe I am.
Well, and I know that your personal YouTube channel actually doing extremely well.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah, I think my kids are proud of me, and that's what I wanted to give them, that, you know, follow your passion, follow your interest, follow what you love to do. I hope they will continue, they will keep that in mind as they grow up.
So you went from working for someone to actually running your own business, which comes with its own uncertainties. It's also entirely different industry. What was going through your mind?
Money part was the biggest thing, that, you know, every month you get fixed amount. I was not sure how I'm going to make it, but that passion was so strong that I wanted to do something. My husband supported me. He's like, if you really want to go ahead, if you really want to try, go ahead, let's try it out. Yes, of course, it was not difficult. Not having any salary coming end of the month was the biggest thing. But I think the journey was fulfilling, journey was great. Of course, there were a lot of times of stress as a business person, but again, being a yoga teacher, being yoga and wellness coach, I know how to manage that stress now.
So how do you do that?
So, you know, let me tell you, as a business person, as a business owner, its journey is quite stressful. So, but then I think yoga helps me to keep myself grounded. So I tell my clients, I tell my students, and I do follow that. That morning time is my time. I think that gives me a lot of energy. So sometimes I don't get much time, but even if whatever I'm getting, about half an hour, 45 minutes, I squeeze myself and do my yoga, just a little bit, whatever I can do, but I focus more on breathing and meditation. You know, your mind is always running with thoughts and negativity and then emotions. So in yoga, there's a yoga philosophy, Yoga Sutras. They say that whenever you have more negative thoughts and more negative emotions, you're going through overthinking, worries, stress, whatever, you have to negate, you have to, you know, increase your positive thoughts, and I keep on doing that. It needs a lot of awareness. So the moment there is a negative thoughts, oh, what is going to happen? So I stop myself. I think, what if this happens? Mm-hmm. So I think that really helped me being aware.
So it's like you're redirecting the focus, right? Instead
Yes.
of focusing on the potential disaster,
Yes.
you're actually focusing your mind, what if a really good thing happened?
Yeah. So a lot of times things don't go according to you, most of the time as a business owner. So, but how you manage those thoughts is very important. And this one philosophy of yoga really helped me that, okay, negative, I need to bring in a lot of positive thoughts.
You know what I notice very often in these conversations, there are a lot of people who come and say that they had a corporate career, they hated it, they left, they started usually something around wellness or spirituality, they figured it out, they found their happiness and success and fulfillment, so which kind of makes me feel bad for the corporate world. What about people who are not able to leave it? And so then they're listening to us and they might think, well, this is nice. I mean, I'm glad you guys did it. You know, that sounds wonderful. But then what about me? What is it like the only solution to all the problems? So what do we do?
I think I'm really proud that I spent those 10, 12 years in corporates. I think that really helped me in a lot of things. So I was happy, as I said initially, but then a lot of things happened around your life, right? So that led me to that was the transition point for me. But yeah, there are a lot of people who want to do, but they can't do. I think what I tell my husband, he's into corporates now.
Yeah, so he's still there.
He's still there. So I tell him that if you have passion, at least spend your 10 to 20% of time doing something around that. If you really like doing something, so let's say maybe someone likes writing, so maybe can spend about 20% of time of their whole week, whatever they can spend one day or half a day. I think they can slowly start doing that, and if they can see the potential and they can move completely, I think they can take a call. But I can't tell about others, but yes, I think that's what I tell my husband, that if you really want to start something like secondary business or your passion or interest, at least spend some time every day, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, then you will figure out whether you really like it.
I also felt that it's not sort of black and white. It's not either this or that.
Yeah.
And again, often people feel, I'm either going to go into the traditional corporate world and again have a stable paycheck, but maybe I don't like my job for whatever reason that might be there, or I want to become, to be an entrepreneur is very fashionable, very sexy these days, especially a successful one. And some people make it work, most don't.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult journey, as you said. But then I do feel that especially when we talk about wellness, and this is the area you are in, yoga, mind, well-being, that needs to be brought into the corporate world, so that actually people who work in the companies, that we still need those jobs, that they don't feel so bad, and there is a fulfillment also there.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So not that everyone has to think actually, I'm going to just quit and do something else. How about you stay where you are and do the job, which might still be very needed for the society, but you actually feel happy there because things are changed. And there are a lot of trainings which are done, how do you, trainings for the bosses, how to be a better boss or leadership development. But I do feel what you do, which is around pretty much finding happiness and balance within yourself.
I take in stress management workshop, I keep telling, we can't change the circumstances around us. We can change only how I feel, how I respond, and how I think and talk to myself. I think if that can be done, if everybody can manage that, I think a lot of things can be managed well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's maybe just give a bit of, tips for people around that stress management. How do I manage myself?
Actually, first of all, we need to go to the root cause of the stress. What is causing me stress? Is it my work? Is it my relationships? Is it that I'm not happy with something? So I think once if that is clear, then it's easier to manage that area of life.
Okay, so basically to be honest first.
Yes.
Don't try to look away from whatever it is there.
Yes.
So look at what it is that's causing stress.
Yeah, because I see it in my work. So a lot of people are very happy with their work, but they are stressed about their health. There are a lot of people who are very healthy, but maybe they have some issues with their job or finances. So there are different areas of life people are stressed. So I think if they know that this is what I'm stressing about, then it comes to self-awareness and self-love, I would say, maybe spending some time for self, because when you work on your mind and body, I think you are more stronger. So again, I always tell about morning routines. So only mornings are in our hand. Once we step out of the house, nothing is in our hand, how the day goes. Of course, it's in our hand, but if you're working, if the project's deadline, it's not in our hand. So maybe spend that half an hour, 45 minutes of time doing something for your mind and body. I think that is key to be healthy. Once you're healthy, then you can tackle all the external situations better. And the next thing is about bringing awareness to what positive things are in our life, like gratitude journal or being grateful. And a lot of things have been talked about, but the situation comes, I focus more on those negative things, what is happening, than the things, not like the things I have well in my life. So I think this few small things on daily basis, bringing awareness, checking your breath, checking your, taking breaks, not overworking, even talking to loved ones, having the good set of friends or family where you can talk about your worries, your sorrows, what you're going through. I think that also matters a lot, managing stress.
You said you have a daughter.
Yeah.
So you look at them as the younger generation that is now growing up. If you were to tell them from your life experience, what helped you to overcome a lot of difficulties and adversities in your life? What kind of skill that you either had or had to develop within yourself?
I think for me, it was always believing in myself, because throughout of course, after I left my corporate career, it was like very difficult to believe in myself that I can do something different. It took me a while to bring in that confidence that I can set up a business, I can do something on my own. Even I had that little bit of challenges during my school time, during my working time. So I think believing yourself, and that comes with a lot of other work as well, understanding yourself, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, all those things. But yeah, believing yourself is what I tell them. Focus on your own progress, because especially in the world of social media, we can easily get distracted by others, looking at others and thinking that, oh, I'm not doing good, I'm not there, I'm not here. But it's just focusing on your own journey, whether you're studying or whether you're working or you are a business owner. I think just focusing on yourself, your progress, how you are now, today, than yesterday, I think it really matters.
What it is that you would like to do with your life going forward?
Of course, I have to scale up my business so that I can take holiday and just rest and the business will go on without me. I always dream that after a few years, I just want to go around the world and just do retreats or workshops or, teach and learn more for myself, like yoga philosophy. There's so much to learn in terms of yoga. So that is one thing. I'm still building up my speaking business, as in I want to go more and more. So again, being there, teaching every day, I get very little time to do something to reach out people. So I think first of all, doing something more significant in terms of speaking, and then scaling up my business so that I can rest and business will run without me. And just learn for myself and share that knowledge to the world is what I would love to do.
You know what I love about you the most, Archana? I love many things. What I really love about you is your authenticity and your willingness to be vulnerable.
Oh, thank you so much.
Who come there not because they want to preach or they want, I'm going to tell you how to live your life because I wrote 100 books, but actually who are just there honestly to share the stories and come across just as you are right now, very human, very relatable, and there is a lot of warmth and passion about what you do. So thank you so much for sharing this today. I definitely got this reminder within myself to do daily practice, to stay balanced over and over and over again. And that was Archana on YanaTV. And remember to keep your daily practice. How do I find more peace within myself? I know I'm putting you on the spot right here.